I would say someday you're going to be old and you really need to take care of your body. And I really, really do mean that.
It's to the point where I have to sit down. Like, I can't stand up anymore. Like, I would have to literally, like, either get carried to the car or I would have to just walk bare feet to the car because it hurts so bad.
I think a woman has to be in tune with her body and recognize if there's anything going on.
I know better than that.
Really?
Because if I tell that to a patient, there's no way that they're going to listen to me.
What could these people be talking about? Is it sex? Drugs? Maybe cancer? How about alcohol? Nope. Can you guess what it is? They are talking about these little devils we refer to as high heels. If people have such concern over them, why do some of us women have these types of reactions to them?
Oh my God!
Shh, Harry.
Do you know what these are?
We're not even supposed to be in here.
Manolo, Blahnik, Mary Jane's. I thought these were an urban shoe myth.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be pillaging the men's side.
Okay. Oh my God! These are authentic, patent leather. And if they don't fit, so help me, I'm gonna wear them anyway. Oh, what? Well, they almost fit.
I am not the only one that have acted this way in public when shopping. But where did the concept of high heels come from anyway? Let's take a look back at history. Some historical texts suggest the formal invention of high heels as fashion leads back to a short woman that wasn't even 5 feet tall. Her name was Catherine de Medici. She lived in the 1500s. Her family arranged for her to marry the King of France. She felt subconscious about her height, so she wore heels 2 inches high. And it's recorded that everyone loved them, and soon heels became associated with privilege. But in a conflicting story found in BBC News magazine, I came across an article that says men, yes men, were the first to wear heels. The men of Persia in the 16th century wore them to secure their posture when shooting their bows and arrows. The Huffington Post says heels were adopted by the European aristocracy of the 1600s as a signal of status. Women began wearing them as well to gain masculine power, and the lower class started wearing them as well. As a result, the aristocrats at the time started wearing higher heels, fat heels for men, as seen here, and skinny ones for women. One man in particular who wore 4-inch heels was Louis XIV of France. He was only 5 foot 4 inches. In 1670, he even issued a proclamation that only members of his court were able to wear red heels. That's according to BBC News magazine. By 1740, men started wearing heels. By then, the style was seen as too feminine. It tarnished a man's reputation, status, and power. Heels faded out for the guys because it was seen as being weak. But women, we just kept wearing them. The reasons?
Wearing high heels, I feel like it makes me seem taller because I'm very short. And also it just looks like really pretty, like, you know, with my outfit and stuff like that when I go out. I just always feel like I have to wear heels to look pretty.
I wear high heels because my job is business casual, so we have to dress up, and I feel that high heels makes me look more businesslike.
In a survey done by the American Podiatric Medical Association in 2009, where 503 women were asked why they wear high heels, 83% said for fashion or style. 73% said to complete their professional attire. 54% said to look sexier, more attractive. 48% said to enhance their legs. And 39% said to appear taller. The association found that younger women tend to wear high heels daily, and uncomfortable ones at that. They also found that younger women are more likely to experience blisters and pain in the arcs of their feet than older women. I found a patient of a local podiatrist in New Brunswick, and this is her story with high heels. How long have you been in the modeling business?
I've been doing things part-time for maybe 2 or 3 years now.
So tell me about the foot problem that we discussed earlier.
Well, I'm always required to wear very high heels when I'm working, and sometimes the heels are not the best quality in the world. Last summer, I wore a pair of shoes that I was asked to wear, but they were too small and they were not made well. And at the end of the shoot, when I took them off, I could not feel my toe. So that kept on for a while, and even now I still can't fully feel it. I realized that I still had a tingling sensation in my feet. I went to my podiatrist and I told him what was happening, and I asked him to take a look at my foot. I was scared that I may have fractured something or I may have had nerve damage. But he did advise me to let go of the heels and not wear the shoes anymore, and my problems should go away.
I think it's because of stories like this that seasoned women just don't wear high heels as much.
My name is Celeste Walden Kelly. I'm office manager at STAR program at Bloomfield College, and I'm in the late 50s.
Do you wear high heels?
I used to, but over the years, from a variety of foot problems, accidents, and things of that nature, I had to give them up.
So when you go shopping, heels are totally out of the question.
Out of the question. Maybe I could wear a 2-inch kitten heel, but not for walking anywhere. It's just, going to church or going to an affair of some kind, just putting the shoe on, but that's it.
I'm around the end of 50. I'm Paula Craig, and I'm the Secretary in the Division of Humanities.
Okay, so my first question to you is, do you wear high heels?
No,
Why don't you?
because I wore high heels through the 70s and the 80s. And I had a cousin who once said to me, someday you will be my patient. He's a podiatrist, and I was. And so now I decided I no longer need to be chic at my age, just comfortable.
These women may not wear heels as much, but the shoe business is a money-making business. Does price matter to you?
If I really, really like the shoe, no, it doesn't.
How much money do you think you spent on shoes so far? Just an estimation.
Probably thousands.
I kind of just go by if it looks cute. Like, I don't really look at the price or like the size of it. Just as long as it looks cute, then I'm okay with, spending the money.
According to Glamour magazine, the average woman will spend $25,000 strictly on stilettos and sneakers alone. We spend all this money on footwear that hurts us and can cause damage. I mean serious damage. Did you know that high heels can cause calluses, muscular strain, neck and back pain, hammer toes, spinal subluxation, osteoarthritis of the knees, bunions, stress fractures, tendinitis, corns, pentaphysiitis, ligament damage, and the list goes on and on. I went to speak with a podiatrist in Millburn, New Jersey, to hear what he had to say in regards to high heels and the effects it has on the foot. We may hear by word of mouth what can happen, but a professional opinion is best.
I've been in practice 34 years. Is when a lady wears high heels, it changes the mechanics. So it puts more pressure on the front part of the foot. It also causes pressure on the knee. It causes the pelvis to come anteriorly, and it puts a lot of pressure on the low back. Through this motion, which is called pronation, certain muscles again overcome others, and the toes start to come up. This is inflexible, but that's a hammer toe. And then because of that bad position, this bone starts to move over, and that's a bunion. Also, if the foot is flattening out, the structures underneath the foot are overstressed, and it can cause something called a plantar fasciitis. A rule of thumb for a bone surgery is about 6 weeks.
All right. Do you have some patients that you blatantly told them that you cannot wear heels any longer?
I know better than that.
Really?
Because if I tell that to a patient, there's no way that they're going to listen to me. I've been married for a long time. So what I will explain is what the shoe is doing, and tell them what might be a better choice.
I also spoke with Dr. Karen L. Goldberg. I brought in a couple of shoes from my personal collection to hear what exactly are wrong with what some of us have in our closets.
Yeah, I mean, the heel I'm okay with. It is a little higher than I would recommend, but at least it's a little chunkier, so you have some stability there. It's not a thin little pencil. But I would probably, maybe if you could, wear it half as much. Again, this heel is very, very thin, so you have a higher chance of spraining your ankle, falling, or twisting, your foot. And again, you don't have that protection that boot had there with this. So this is very thin, in my opinion. Because at least the heel is more stable here. It's chunky and it's wide enough, so you maybe have a little bit more stability there. You're not gonna, turn from side to side there. And the toe box actually doesn't look too bad here. Again, the arch is a little higher than I would recommend it, but I'm okay with people wearing a wedge rather than a thin pointy heel. So I try to discourage them from wearing that every day.
Wait, did you hear what she just said? Let's play that again.
So I try to discourage them from wearing that every day.
She said that she wouldn't recommend that we wear high heels daily. This brings me to Kimani Akins, a true heel addict. She literally wears heels every single day. I mean it. I went to her home and her collection was massive. How much money do you spend on average?
On average, I'll say my shoes range anywhere from $5 to $1,000. 23. Student at Bluefield College. Airport employee.
Okay. So my first question for you is, how many pairs of shoes do you have?
I think I have about 100 pairs of shoes and counting.
Do you find heels comfortable?
Yeah, they're like sneakers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You feel no pain?
No. Except for in the 7-inch ones.
Except for the 7-inch ones?
Yeah.
Do you ever purchase shoes knowing that they're too big or too small for you?
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh my God, all the time. It was this pair of boots I wanted from Baker's. And I just thought they were just, oh my God, I had to have them. And the lady kept telling me they don't have my size. So I just kept thinking of all the ways that I could fit the shoe. I'm like, all right, if I buy it, then I could get it stretched out. And I bought the shoe and it never worked.
Do you ever think that you'll ever stop buying heels?
What? No.
If a podiatrist told you that you couldn't wear heels anymore because of what it does to your feet, would you stop?
But did I die?
They cause bunions, hammer toes, plantar fasciitis. Like, there's a lot of different things that it causes to the foot. So, what do you have to say about that?
I don't care.
How much did these Christian Louboutins cost?
Oh, they were cheap. They were $800.
Oh, that's cheap to you.
Yeah, for these shoes, yeah. That's cheap.
For a normal college student, that's a lot of money.
But do you see these? For a book, that's too much. Tuition, that's too much. For shoes, that's never too much.
Let's face it. Women would never stop wearing heels. Don't be surprised by her lifestyle. Many women live like this. When I gave previews of my project, men were the ones commenting with such awe. Let's hear from the male perspective.
Bottle Overend, Assistant Director of CSLE.
Do you prefer women to wear high heels or not?
I don't have a preference.
Does the height of the heel matter to you?
It matters when their physical movement is awkward. Then it matters because
because sometimes some females don't really know how to walk in heels, and when you look at them, it could be like they're not comfortable.
It seems to me, ladies, that men don't care for the number of inches. They just care if you look nice and can walk in them. So here are some tips from the Iowa source, Iowa's Enlightening Magazine. Avoid wearing high heels for long periods of time and stretch the muscles in the back of your leg before and after putting them on. Try and set your limit to 2 inches. Buy shoes in the afternoon or evening as feet swell during the day. Don't go for the pointed toe. And lastly, buy shoes with leather insoles to keep the foot from slipping. So, if you're a shoe addict or not, it's clear high heels are here to stay. And the reasons women wear them or not depends on whose feet are in the shoes.